From a strictly business standpoint here, there's a couple of things that I want to go over because you might be inclined to think, if you haven't done a lot of advertising before, or if you've just tried to do the AdWords thing and you didn't really put a lot of thought into it, you probably had pretty mediocre results, and that's probably what you're going to get on Facebook if you don't step back and really think about this. Okay, so it's not that just because it's going to cost you less and the ads are going to be targeted better, that doesn't mean every ad that you do, that you create, is going to be an instant success and make you tons of money. You could flop it if you just approach it from, man, I need an ad, and throw something up there and get going with it. Okay, you want to do this really well, you want to make a lot of money, you need to take a little bit of time and construct your ad appropriately, and everything else that's in the whole sales funnel, your landing page and all that. Let's talk about, first off, what kinds of achievements, what kind of results are you expecting to get? One of the things that you need to think about, really when you're ready to launch any kind of advertising campaign, especially on Facebook though, you want to have some goals set. You want to have some, things that you have written down, defined parameters, if you want to call it, something that you can measure or gauge your results by. Because if you just go in there shooting blindly, you don't know, wow, I had a good campaign, or this is a bad campaign, or anything like that. You want to set something in there before you ever even start, and you need to set something very realistic. And you need to, have it down in writing, basically. Like, for example, I want to get, a conversion rate of 1.5%. Okay, every 100 people that see my ad, I want to get at least 1.5 clicks. That way, you have something to try to attain, and you've got something to measure, so that when you make a change later on, you'll be able to see, okay, I made this better now than the last one. So, what is the purpose of your campaign in the first place? And I know you're thinking, man, dude, the purpose is that I make money. No, okay, that's not it. You have to be much more specific. You have to think about what it is that you're specifically trying to get and trying to get people to do. What's the purpose of your ad? Write that down. Is the purpose to get them to support my campaign? If I'm a politician or something, is the purpose to get them to just join my newsletter? Is the purpose to make a sale? I mean, think about this for a minute. Let's say you've got a landing page with an opt-in box, and then you've got a sales page. And what you want to do is send traffic to the landing page, and then you want to send them, after they opt in, to the sales page. Well, on the landing page, you're not trying to sell the product. On the landing page, you want to sell that opt-in. So if that's the real desired result on the landing page, then your ad needs to be tailored to that. Your ad does not try to sell the product either. Your ad needs to sell that opt-in, kind of like a pre-sell. So your ad would get them to click, and they come to that page where they have the opportunity to opt in, and everything is focused on get the opt-in. Then after they opt in, then you start marketing to them and try to sell them the product. But the point is, you have to have a clear understanding of what is the purpose of this campaign. What am I trying to get? What are the results that I want also? If I want to get 100 new people to opt in every single day, or do I want to get 1,000 people to sign up for my newsletter every week? Okay, but either way, you got to set realistic expectations. What do you think you can really attain? And let's see what it's going to take to attain that. And then you have something, again, that you can measure by. I set this way too high, I never got even close, or man, I blew that out of the water, I doubled my expectations. You need to have a good understanding of what your budget is. How much money are you going to be able to spend in order to get the results that you are looking for, what you expected. Let's say, I want 1,000 new opt-ins this month. Okay. Am I going to be, you kind of get an idea of, let's say that my conversion is 1.5%, and I want to get 1,000. So how many people am I going to have to show that ad to? And how many people from that are going to actually opt in? The number that I'm going to need, how much money am I going to have to spend in order to make that happen? You have to think about this kind of stuff. You got to think about it ahead of time. If I say, man, I want to get 1,000 new opt-ins this month, then I don't think about what is it going to cost to make that happen. If I don't have that money, then that's an unrealistic expectation, and I don't want to do that because I'm going to fall short. Some things that you need to think about. Remember that Facebook is pretty picky about its advertisers, okay, and the things that are going to show up there. You want to make sure you get the results, that you're looking for. You got to have, in mind the money that you're going to be needing to spend in order to generate those kinds of results. And you need to think really through the whole process. You need to think about what it is that you're going to be promoting. If you've only got one thing that you're selling, no problem, right? But if you're an online marketer or you're an affiliate marketer or something, you've got a variety of things that you're going to be promoting. You might want to, pick some bestsellers, things that go over really well. Maybe you're going to launch a campaign that has some new products that you want to start promoting, things like that. So the thing is, you need to understand very clearly in your mind what it is that you're going to be promoting. And, you don't just approach it blindly and say, I need to use Facebook for advertising and I need to promote something. No. Get something picked so that this is what I'm going to do. Maybe you want to use multiple ads. This is something you should definitely think about. You could, technically create a campaign that had different ad variations, and that will allow you to try some different tactics, try some different kinds of ads and see what works and what doesn't work. You can also tweak some of your ads so that maybe one ad appeals to a certain type of person. Use those demographics. Another ad is more tailored towards another group of people. So use those demographics if that kind of marketing, would be beneficial. How long are you going to be running your ad? Do you have super deep pockets and you don't care and you just want to run it indefinitely to do some branding? Or do you want to run it, spend some money, and then see what you get from that? Consider that. Have that as a business plan. Make sure that your landing page is appropriate. They're going to get you clicks, okay? But they're not going to sell stuff for you, okay? Your landing page needs to do its job. Remember, it also needs to fit the rules, the model that Facebook lays out, okay? So nothing hypey. We're going to talk a little bit more about landing pages later on, so we'll get to that. But it's very, very important that your landing page does its job. Spend time and effort making sure that that landing page is there and that it does what it's supposed to do. What you might consider doing is a small test. Check out the landing page, see how well it works, and then you can specify your time frame. So run it for a couple of days maybe. See how it does. Consider tweaking something on the landing page, and then run that ad, run that campaign again for a couple more days, and see if you improved something. It's not something you want to just run headlong into and dump a bunch of money. The real marketers that have the biggest return on investment are the ones that test and tweak and test and tweak. Remember that Facebook is very picky about the kinds of ads that are going to show up on the website. So make sure that you know those rules inside and out, and that you make sure that everything in your ad and on your landing page and all that kind of stuff, make sure you follow to the T everything that they have set up. You want to make sure that you set some reasonable expectations. Your campaigns are not always going to be a winner. Okay, they're not always going to do as good as you would hope that they do. Maybe it's a bad headline. Maybe the body of the ad or the image just doesn't grab people's attention. Remember that we've always got, if you're doing what you should, you've always got an opportunity to do some tweaking. Okay. Now, I am not saying set your expectations real low just so that you can hit them. Okay. I know that is a technique that some people use to make themselves feel better, and that's cool, if you want to do that. But I prefer to set something kind of realistic. And if you're brand new in this, that'll be kind of hard to do because you don't know what to expect really. But if you think that you're going to spend $10 and make $10,000 in sales, that's unrealistic. So something that you need to give a little bit of thought to. Do you have any other strategies that would work very well with your Facebook marketing? Like having a fan page, having a page set up so that you can generate friends and get them, in essence, to do a lot of advertising for you. Like we've talked about the organic stuff a little bit, how that a friend liking your page shows their friends, and their friends can check it out, and maybe they become your friends and they like it as well. So definitely be considering some free Facebook traffic. And on your own website, one thing that you can do is you can create a Facebook badge that you can put on your site so that people, when they come there, they see, oh, they're on Facebook, and they can click it and they can come to your Facebook page, and that allows you to possibly, get more friends, that more exposure on Facebook based on a relationship that, they might have already checked your website out for some reason or another. Consider split testing with, the same demographics. Like, let's talk about running similar ads, 2 ads to the same exact group. Okay, you can see which ad works the best. And then you can also have ads that are specific for different groups, different demographics, and be testing within those. So I might start out with one ad, right? And then I want to target 3 different demographics with a different kind of ad. So I take that one ad and I tweak it for those 3 different demographics. Then within those 3 different demographics, I take the ad that is there and I make an ad variation. Right? So now let's say I just do one extra one. So I've got really 6 different ads that I'm running for 3 different demographics, and I see which ones work the best. And then when I find that out, I drop the one that doesn't work as well. That way I know that I'm getting the most for my money. Don't forget to tweak things. This is, again, the way that all business owners maximize the return on investment, is by spending the time tweaking. If you think for 1 minute that you can sit down and write an ad and that's it, it's a winner and everything's fantastic, and you walk away and you're going to be rich, I got some huge wake-up call coming to you, because that's not the way it works. That's not the way real marketers do it. You have to run it, tweak it, see which was better, and constantly perfect the system. And with these things in mind, in the next video, let's talk about who is your target. Who are you really trying to reach?